Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Snake 500, another DCS video, and with it being a new year, it is time for me to start getting ready for a new aircraft, and I say that because last year we started working on the A10C2, and while I am not an A10C2 expert, I feel like I'm fairly decent at it. Not like great, but I'm okay. I'm still learning the Hornet. Lots of processes still there to go with this, but it is time for me to start learning this aircraft. I have owned this aircraft, the F4U 1D, since the day it came out. But if you've been with me all year, you know that my throttle was broken for most of that. And then we got busy doing other things in DCS, and I have not spent hardly any time in this aircraft. I have done the cold start once. I have set up the controls. I think I've got everything bound that I need bound. We're going to get this thing up in the air today. The goal for today is to taxi, to take off, and land. I know that seems like a simple goal. I have spent no time in this aircraft. Like, nada. Like, maybe 10 minutes total since I have owned it. So I got no idea how this is going to go. So we're going to go to training, F4U 1D, and not field landing, takeoff and taxi, please. And here we go. This is one of the aircraft that I was super excited about. Like in general in DCS, this is why. Okay. Oh, we are running. Okay, good.
Now that you know how to start the Corsair, it's time to get airborne.
My wings are up though.
Unlock the tail wheel by moving the T handle to the upper position. Otherwise, turning will be very difficult.
Oh, I like that. Hang on. Let's see if I can bind that. Adjust controls. Hang on, what is that called? Hang on. We're binding something right now because this doesn't have nose wheel steering, but tail wheel lock. Okay. Adjust controls. Tail wheel lock. It doesn't toggle. Oh, it does, and it's got T. So we're going to put this on the stick for nose wheel steering. Look at that. We have nose wheel steering now. It's awesome. Okay, cool. And now, hit the button.
Increase throttle to 1,000 to 1,500 RPM, and release the brakes to taxi away from the line.
All right.
Allow the aircraft to get some speed. Once the aircraft is on the move, best taxi speed is maintained with approximately 800 RPM. Use rudder input along with tapping the brakes to change direction. Taxi to the runway and stop on centerline.
Okay.
Do not allow the aircraft to accelerate beyond 10 to 15 knots. The brakes are very effective, but don't attempt a long taxi requiring a lot of braking. You can't get rid of the heat, and as you can see, taxiing is necessarily slow because of the necessity of S-turns to get better forward vision.
Aha, you gotta do this with the brakes. Got it. Yeah, we're cheating, but I'm gonna cheat when I'm taxiing, so it's fine. Again, this is my first day. It's cool though.
Very good. Now stop on center line and hold the brakes. Prior to takeoff, you check the following. Wing spread and locked. Tail wheel locked. Arresting hook control up. Fuel tank selector on reserve. A 50-gallon standpipe in the main tank. The main tank is pressurized and self-sealing. It has a total capacity of 230 gallons, and it's the only tank to have a quantity gauge. Mixture control in automatic rich.
Oh. Hang on. We just did this. Lock. There. Letting the horn go away. Okay, good. Aha! Got the wings locked. No, we don't. To lock, wing pin, turn, pull, and turn. Okay, so now they're locked. They're locked before. Okay, so we screwed that up. All right, this needs to go to where?
Blower in neutral. Propeller control down for maximum RPM on the takeoff. Cow flaps 1/3 to 2/3 open. Intercooler closed. Oil cooler open as required. Flaps down to 20 degrees. Set the rudder tab 6 degrees right. Aileron 6 degrees right, wing down. Elevator tab 1 degree, nose up. These settings compensate for the left wing heaviness due to engine torque.
Elevator tab, degree, nose up.
Now hold the brakes and increase the throttle to 1700 RPM to check your mags fairly quickly. Drop shouldn't exceed 100 RPM and is usually between 50 and 75. Freedom from vibration is a good indication that the big engine is functioning properly. Throttle back to 750 RPM and press the spacebar when you're ready to go.
I don't think I'm ready to go. Let's try that again.
Now hold the brakes and increase the throttle to 1700 RPM to check your mags fairly quickly. Drop shouldn't exceed 100 RPM and is usually between 50 and 75. Freedom from vibration is a good indication that the big engine is functioning properly. Throttle back to 750 RPM and press the spacebar when you're ready to go.
Infield 1, passing waypoint 3 at 3,000.
Could do without Allied flight, by the way.
It's time to take off. Ease the throttle forward slowly while holding the brakes and the stick fully back. When the manifold pressure reaches 30 inches, release the brake and ease the stick slightly forward of the center position to raise the tail. As you keep increasing the throttle and the tail comes up, be prepared to counter the tendency to yaw left. She'll take off very nicely with 45 inches and 2,700 RPM, but you can pull up to 53.5 inches if needed. Don't pull the airplane up until you have 90 knots or more. If you do, you'll have some deficiency of aileron control and left wing heaviness. Smoothly fly it off the field.
Release the brakes and needs to
One,
stick
passing
slightly
waypoint 1
forward.
at 2,000.
Center position to raise the tail. Ah! What's going on here? I must have hit my little steering button. This is terrible.
You're airborne.
Huh.
Now retract the landing gear and check the landing gear position indicator. These settings compensate for the left wing heaviness due to engine torque.
Okay.
Now hold the brakes and increase the throttle to 1700 RPM to check your mags fairly quickly. Drop shouldn't exceed 100 RPM and is usually between 50 and 75. Freedom from vibration is a good indication that the big engine is functioning properly. Throttle back to 750 RPM and press the spacebar when you're ready to go. It's time to take off. Ease the throttle forward slowly while holding the brakes and the stick fully back. When the manifold pressure reaches 30 inches, release the brake and ease the stick slightly forward of the center position to raise the tail. As you keep increasing the throttle and the tail comes up, be prepared to counter the tendency to yaw left. She'll take off very nicely with 45 inches and 2,700 RPM, but you can pull up to 53.5 inches if needed. Don't pull the airplane up until you have 90 knots or more. If you do, you'll have some deficiency of aileron control and left wing heaviness. Smoothly fly it off the field.
Alright. Release the brakes. Ease the stick slightly forward to center position to raise the tail. As you keep increasing throttle, the tail will come up. Okay, here we go. And release.
Uzi 1, passing waypoint 1 at 2,000.
You're airborne.
What?
Now retract the landing gear and check the landing gear position indicator. When you have 110 to 120 knots and enough altitude, bring the flaps up in easy stages, about 10 degrees at a time. This way you can control a flap failure and you won't lose altitude. Note that flaps are hydraulically powered and have a safety valve. If extended, they will assume max allowed position depending on the aircraft's speed and flap position. This means that they will try to retract as you accelerate, or extract if you decelerate and forget to retract them.
Why am I dead?
You can use full takeoff power for a military climb of about 3,000 feet per minute, but after a maximum of 5 minutes, you must throttle back to normal range power for continuous operation. 43.5 inches at 2550 RPM
Why am I dead?
in neutral blower. With this power setting, your rate of climb will be about 2,000 feet per minute at a best climbing speed.
Why am I dead? I don't know why I'm dead. Oh, learning a new aircraft is fun. I don't know why I'm dead. If you knew why I died, that's what the comment section is for. The last time. I know I died the first time. I'm an idiot the first one. Why am I dead? 500. I'll see you in the next one.